And then the next one is today's another, or not just today, this weekend too. It's like getting kind of green again in the crypto world. So we
Yeah,
have
let's
like Bitcoin
let's look at crypto.
and
And
Ethereum.
then they had nice monthly closes.
Yep.
So Bitcoin has closed above the strength band. Here, let
Yeah.
me
On the
make
monthly,
this
that's a pretty big deal.
on the monthly. See, this was the monthly close. It closed above. So that's really a good sign. We're just waiting for the bull signal,
Yep.
which could happen either this month or next month. Like it could happen soon. See, so I think
Yeah.
that's my guess. But the band changing color is also a really bullish sign,
Yeah.
and it's sort of the signs that, like, the incoming, like, the bull market is going to be on,
Yeah.
like,
I'm
soon,
starting to change my
which
tune a
was
little bit.
expected.
Yeah. I do expect the bull market to return, but for a long time, I've had a hard time being like, this is the bull market is coming back. It's already back. And we are starting to get like longer term trend signals shifting into that, support of that thesis that the bull market is in fact coming back. And so
Right.
I
Like,
do
if
think.
you
Go on.
I was gonna say, like, this Bitcoin on the weekly, and like we had it's just been up
Yeah.
ever since we had the bull signal at, like, what was it, like, close to like
Yeah.
$20,000, and now it's like more than doubled its price. You know
Yeah.
what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. I
And you
started
can
buying
see,
some when we saw the weekly flip to green there. I was buying a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of altcoins, and I've been sitting on them. And almost all of those are more than double from when I started. And that
that's
I didn't
awesome,
go all in or anything because again, I wasn't confirming on a
because
bull trend. And I'm not. My goal isn't to catch the very bottom of the market. It's just to trade the trend appropriately. And so,
exactly.
it's doing very, very well so far. But like you can see here, we're looking at the weekly right now. The SRSI is approaching overbought territory a little bit. It might be starting
Oh,
to.
it's actually like flatline.
It's
So I'm
yeah.
guessing
It
we
wants to
could see a
chill.
pullback in the coming weeks.
Yeah, it wants to
And
cool down a little. So I
I
wouldn't be
think so too.
too surprised to see this kind of cool off, especially when we look at on the right side there with Ethereum. On the monthly, we're very quickly approaching where the strength band is starting to form. Now that we have enough
Yeah,
data there on the monthly chart, we can actually have it draw for us.
right.
So it does seem like we're approaching pretty important resistance levels here.
Right.
Similar to kind of what I was thinking last week too, is like
Let's
we
see.
are running out of that steam a bit. We're also seeing, at least slightly, we were seeing rising price action with falling volume. In the past few weeks,
Yeah,
the volume is starting to pick up a little bit again, so it's starting to invalidate that divergence look, but it still very much has the feel of a divergence where we're having a bearish divergence, that is, where we're having a rising price action with the falling volume, which generally leads
like you
up
can
to
see
a
here.
breakdown. Yeah, exactly. There you
Yeah,
go. That's very
exactly.
clear there. Yeah, look,
Falling,
falling volume, rising
and
price.
then this is the rising wedge. You can see this little, like, triangle thing.
Yeah, so we are
So
still
yeah,
seeing that. So we're still keeping an eye on that and being like cautious in that regard. But at the same time, there is a lot of reason to be optimistic in crypto. You do have a lot of the spot ETF approvals kind of looming. That's definitely, if you believe the hype, that's definitely coming.
yeah,
If not Q1, then by like Q2 or Q3 next year, definitely we'll have those investment vehicles out there. There is quite a few large players like MicroStrategy still buying hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin.
yeah,
And chatter about other big corporations and also nations like states trying to buy some cryptocurrency with their treasury funds, not crypto but specifically Bitcoin. And so
yeah.
lots of reason for like that chatter of like, oh, like it's a good time to get into these assets again. And a big kind of like takeaway here is that, any of us who've already been in this market for a little bit and participated with Bitcoin and stuff, you could consider that, we have successfully front run, like BlackRock or major corporations acquiring these assets in a world where usually as retail investors, we're the last people in line to have a
Mm.
chance to acquire anything. So it is really nice, especially from a personal standpoint of like, I've been preaching Bitcoin since 2013.
What?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I was the annoying guy at work who was like, "Have you heard of this? For $200, you can buy a Bitcoin." Yeah,
Yeah, it was $200.
yeah. But so
Crazy.
I've been obviously on that train for a long time. But either way, it's really nice to kind of see, it isn't just that pipe dream of like, oh, I was able to front run Elon Musk. It's like, no, legitimately, like, Elon Musk
Yeah,
front ran BlackRock, but we've been here for years. So
exactly.
yeah, feels good to be like on the retail side for a change and actually be ahead of the trend, ahead of like the curve when it comes to who gets to buy at the opportune moment. So
Right,
this
right, right.
this is starting to show us, there is a reason why a lot of optimism exists out there. I understand, and I do think the moment is becoming more and more opportune here to participate in these markets, especially if you have the stomach for volatility. Since
Yeah, like like also as like the years go by, like it becomes less volatile, which
yeah,
is like we can see now. But like like we said, looking at the weekly,
hmm
it seems overbought. We're coming up to like resistance, monthly resistance. We're close to that. But if we pull back, I wouldn't be surprised if we pull back. Like things need to cool off a little bit,
hmm
but it needs to stay above the strength band
exactly.
on the drop, and for it to maintain it's like bullish trend,
Yeah, if we
like
pull back and test
either
the
in the
strength band
monthly.
and bounce, oh man, I'm in.
Yeah, like
Like that's
like that's like
confirmation that I
around
want to see.
33K. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also, yeah, it's either that or we like you know we get a bull signal like this,
That too,
like we
yeah.
did earlier. And if we get that, then we're pretty much
Then
going all.
then it's go time. It's crypto market,
And
bull
yeah,
season.
yeah, yeah, it's go time. And and you might get pullbacks. Like that's the thing, you can get a
hmm
bull signal
That
and
that's
you
where it's
are going to get
important.
pullbacks.
That's where it's important to be able to stomach volatility and to participate in spot buying, not necessarily like leveraged or margin trading. Like you don't want to have to satisfy a margin or maintain some kind of borrow balance when it comes to the volatility that can happen in these markets. So
Yeah,
it is really not difficult to buy and then just hold, even if we see the
yeah,
price
in a bull
falls
market.
20, 30% in the short term. Once we have our confirmation and we can be confident that the bull market is returning, and of course we have our confidence within this asset class from our enthusiasm about crypto to begin with. So once we have all that, then we can say our conviction is strong enough for us to stay in this asset. So then buying the asset, even if it does take a little bit of a hit, you'll view those hits as opportunities to buy rather than opportunities to panic about potentially selling what you've already bought. And
Right.
that's very important, I think, to actually maximize your profit and walk away with profit at all, is to
Because
understand the volatility is a part of the market and to be ready for that, even if it is following immediately after a buy signal. Like even if we look at this previous bull print
yeah,
there, you can see if you had bought like the following month after that bull print closed, it
let's see
the
how.
price dropped for like 3 months straight after that. And
Yeah,
how
and also we
dramatically
got the COVID
60
crash, so that
60.
also
Okay,
happened. Like
the
60,
COVID crash is a little dramatic. So 60%,
but
but probably like
60.
30% before the COVID crash would have been
Yeah,
like,
actually, it already did. Like so, like if we take it, say from the week,
yeah, if
like
you bought
yeah,
the very
like
top.
30. Yeah,
Yeah, about
like around
30%.
like 30% is what we're looking at. And that's typically what happens in a pullback. Like
Yeah.
big pullback in crypto for Bitcoin is around like 20 to 30%.
Yeah.
And then of course all coins are gonna like go down
Altcoins are
even more, like
wild.
40% or whatever.
Yeah,
So
they can really go swinging. That's
but you can
that's why you don't want to
uh,
be on leverage when you're trading these
yeah,
assets.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like so this is more like long term, like bull market buy and hold
Yeah.
strategy, where like we, even if it dips, like you said, it's gonna like stay green as long as it bounces back above the strength band
Yeah.
and we're still on bull, then it's fine.
And
You
that's
just
what that's
like
what
you
we're
said,
kind of looking for
keep
to
buying.
happen. And then once we get that print, we'll be
Yeah.
basically confirming our bias that we're just looking for confirmation on now. We believe in cryptocurrency as like a viable like investment vehicle here to continue moving upward, but we want that confirmation.
Yeah.
We're not just trying to trade off of our emotions here. It's about the chart. So once the chart can confirm that for us, it'll confirm it in a way that gives us conviction. And once we have the conviction, we can suffer a 30% loss and view it as a buying opportunity because of the conviction. And that I think is very important, that we don't, buy into something that 30% later we're just going to sell at a loss just to watch it go up 200x or something, or 20x. For Bitcoin, I don't think we're going to see a 200x run.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's quite the tall order, but